This is the Sungale model cpf1510 plus. cpf1510 plus. So took it out of the box, set it up. One thing for sure you got to do is register this thing online. So don't try to do anything until you register it online. If you have a problem registering it online, call their 800 number. I'm going to scroll over here to show you the 800 number. There it is. Gal I talked to is Veronica. Very hard to get a hold of, but I finally did get a hold of her. Don't bother leaving a message. They don't seem to call back. This is their site. Once you get registered, that's where you're going to download your pictures. All right, so let's get going. I'm just going to show you kind of the basics here. The power button, here's your remote. Red button for power. This is your forward and back button here. Volume controls are here. This is actually when I say forward and back, that's for slides. Not sure what up and down is, to be honest with you. This little arrow button right here is to kind of go to the previous screen. And this button here is to go to kind of settings and different functions I'll show you in a second. This is your home button. That's real important. And your OK button's real important. And this button right here, second one down, is if you ever have a problem with your mouse not working properly, this thing, hit that button. It'll re-engage this so that it'll read your mouse. So your on-off button is just a matter of hitting that red button 5 seconds or so. That turns it off. And again, on. Once you turn the unit on, I think it defaults you to your home screen. You get this thing lined up a little better. So here's your home screen. Once again, I hit the home button to get to that. The easiest way, there's a few ways to view your photos. I bought a 32 gigabyte chip and downloaded it from my computer. I think that's really the easiest way to do this. There's an internal memory on the unit as well. I like using the 32 gigabyte chip just because it, and I might be able to tell you what that is. Hold on. So I bought one of these guys, ScanDisk, 32 gigabyte, and bear with me. So it's an SDHC. I guess there's different types. I'm not a techie, guys, but this is what I bought. It was like 25 bucks at Costco. And I've got 1,500 photos on this thing, and it doesn't even scratch the surface of how much storage I've got. So anyways, the nice thing about that is I was able to put that chip right in my computer, download it to that, and then pop it in the back of the unit. So I recommend that because the flash drive or the USB in the back of this unit needs to be used for the mouse reading device for this thing. So you really can't plug two things into the same thing at once that I'm aware of. Maybe a splitter would work, I'm not sure. So in any case, back to the home button, which is right here. So I found that you can view the photos through your local photos. The problem with that is once I clicked on these, I can't adjust and I don't know why this is, but I couldn't adjust the speed. It's nice because it pans in and out and kind of does this nice thing with your photos, but for some reason I can't adjust the speed to less than 5-second intervals, and I wanted to do it at 10-second intervals. And in order to do that, I have to adjust those settings online. Once you register this unit, believe it or not, you have to adjust some of the settings online. It's very weird. It's going to take you a little while to figure that out, but there's also internal settings for the device right here. But for some reason, they didn't allow me to adjust the speed of my slideshow through local photos. That being said, if I go to, and this is the way that I plan on viewing the photos or having my mother view the photos, is by going to online photos. Now, even though this is not technically pictures that are online, I can't explain why this is, but these are still my internal memory on that chip. And so I click, once again, I clicked the online photos. And these are that quick pick there. These are actually the pictures that are on that SD drive, the scan disk drive. So once I double click on this folder, and it's the only one I have in there, it opens that up. And normally it would make me choose this little button right here. And once again, I'm hitting the OK button every time I'm pointing to whatever and then hitting OK. So right now I'm hitting OK. Once I hit this little arrow right up here, that starts the slideshow. Since I've adjusted 10-second intervals on their website, on the settings on there, this will go to 10-second intervals, a little bit slower for my mom, which is good. What it doesn't do is zoom in and out like that other feature, which I really liked, but I'd rather have the 10-second interval, and I couldn't seem to figure out a way to do that earlier. So anyways, that's how that works. So once again, pretty simple function. Once you get this thing on and you get your pictures loaded up, just go to online photos, one click, quick pick, one click to select all the photos. And I'm using my OK button every time and pointing to what I want to hit. And then once again, and there's other little options here. You can see there's a little button to scroll down there. I'll let you guys play with that, but I just am hitting the play button right here, and that starts my slideshow. All right, so that's that. So just remember that when you want to get to the previous screen, and you can hit it a number of times to go back, just like your mouse on your computer, just hit that back button, and it'll take you back. So I'm back to this screen. There's a button here called Settings. That takes you to some of your general settings of your device. Lower right-hand corner, those are some of your general settings. And this is, haven't really used this too much. Kind of shows you what's on your SD drive. This gets you on your internet. And since I'm connected by Wi-Fi, you'll have to get connected on the Wi-Fi. And once you're connected on Wi-Fi, you can get into your Google as well, which is kind of cool. I really haven't taken advantage of that, nor do I plan to, because it's going to my mom, who's is a tenth of the techiness that I am, which is not much to begin with. And then that upper left corner were some other settings like your clock and things. So that's really kind of a general look at this thing. Really, for my mom's purposes and most people that are going to buy these, you're going to load up your photos, and I think it's best to just go to online photos and go to it that way, and then hit your quick picks again and select the photo and select the slideshow. All right, so that's that. So going back to the home page again, social media you've got on here as well. I'm not going down that road with my mom, but that's the big reason why a lot of people are buying these things, I think. I do like the fact that I can download pictures, like I told you earlier with that Cloudframe, www.cloudframe.sungale.com I showed you earlier on that screen. Once you download your pictures, you can actually go, and I plan on sending her pictures from time to time, or downloading those to the cloud, and then I will probably have one of my mom's friends or relatives help her by looking at these online videos every now and then that I send or download. So basically, once you've got those downloaded and you have you have a connection, I click on that window for the cloud. Gonna take a while. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. My Cloud album is what you want to click on. And once you click on My Cloud, these are the 35, 40 photos I've downloaded so far. It's a little slow process. I don't think you can download more than like 10 pictures at a time. So it's going to take you forever to do this on their cloud, unfortunately. But, it's not bad for just if you want, to download a few here and there and vacations, whatever. But the only bummer is I haven't figured out if you can actually transfer these pictures over to your SD drive. So this, unfortunately, right now is separate from my slideshow that I'm going to be playing on here that I showed you earlier. So basically, I got these pictures as one slideshow, and if I want to do the online photos, I again have to hit the back button. I have to go back to my cloud album. So it's either in here, online photos, or on my cloud album. Or local photos, again, if you don't mind 5-second intervals on your pictures. So that's 3 different ways to view it. Good luck.